on. And let me do a quick sound check because, you know, I do that at the beginning of every video. But if you are listening, well, no one's here, so I won't say it yet. But yeah, I'm doing a sound check. Gotta wait for some noise to catch up, listen to it, hear what it is, you know, the usual. Yep, pretty good. Okay, sounds good. You can hear me. Welcome. Oh, let me change the time. Oh, what's up, person? Let me change settings. But this is the official Team Awesome block tier list. Sorry for the A in the tier list area. It's a little weird because I'm not good at that kind of stuff. But right now I'm going to turn off the daylight cycle. Just so we don't have to deal with night. There we go. Now it's the middle of the day. So we're going to start it off. Get rid of my inventory. How I'm going to do it is I'm going to go down this list. Because this is the block tier list. Every block here you see, I will put in this tier list. Every Minecraft block. So, in case you don't know what a tier list is, it's usually rating. S tier ends up being like the high, superior, really good blocks will go there. A tier, pretty good blocks, maybe not, you know, maybe have a couple flaws with them, maybe aren't like absolutely amazing, but still have a pretty good use. B tier is kind of like, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, you know, yeah, it's not really good, not bad, you know, or at least for me, it's a block I haven't used much, so I don't really know too much about it. Then you got C tier, which is kind of like, you know, it's not really the best. I wouldn't use this block, or, you know, that kind of stuff. D tier is like, okay, this is pretty bad. I mean, you're rarely gonna use this, you know, much. You know, you're rarely gonna use it. You're rarely gonna do stuff with it. You know, maybe if you have a specific build, you'll use that block, but that's about it. And then you got F tier, which is like, you're probably never gonna use this block ever. Like, it's pretty useless, or it looks absolutely terrible, and you'd only use it unless it's like the only thing you have to. And so let's get it started off. First, oak wood planks. These are gonna go pretty high, just because not only do they actually look pretty cool, but they also have a lot of good features. You can make sticks out of them. You can make, you know, a whole bunch of things out of this. Plus, and also putting in the fact that they're really easy to get. They're not they're not really, you know, hard to find. You just chop down a tree. And oak is like the most common. They look good. You know, you can use this in anything. You can make a lot of designs out of them, and so they're pretty good. I'm gonna put, you know, we'll put them in the I think we'll put them in our first S tier, because again, they're really good, like super useful, but not only that, but they actually look not too bad either, and so that's really good to start off with in the S tier. So that's gonna be cool. Also, welcome human who has joined. Also, I'm just gonna say right now is that I'm gonna vote these on a building standpoint, but also a survival standpoint. You know, just, you know, you get, you know, or like redstone or stuff. Even though I'm terrible at redstone, we get that out of the way. Spruce planks, I'm thinking B or C. I mean, they don't look too good. I mean, I think I'll put spruce. I mean, I think spruce is like actually better than most people say. A lot of people don't like spruce. I'm gonna put it in the B tier, just because it still has all the really good stuff you have with planks, but it really doesn't look too nice. You know, it's kind of, you know, you know, there's much better blocks you can use, but you know, you can use oak planks instead, but they also are other things like birch planks or acacia that you really, you know, don't want to use. Speaking of birch, we're gonna put this down in D tier because I really don't like birch. Like, it fits in with some things, but overall it really doesn't look good, especially if you have a lot of it. It's just not really that good, so that's more like a D tier kind of thing. Just because, again, it has the same stuff with blocks, but really, like, you're rarely gonna use this unless you really want it, unless you're doing like a specific build or you really need it, you know. Then jungle wood. Ooh, I'm gonna put jungle wood in the B tier, just because unless you spawn in a jungle, jungles are actually like pretty hard to find, so it's actually pretty hard to get. And I mean, it looks kinda nice, but I don't think, unless, like, again, if you're spawning in a jungle, it's not really worth to go out of the way to go search for it to put into a build. And again, it still looks kinda nice, but I don't think that effort would be worth it. Now we got acacia. D or F is where I'm looking at, just because acacia, I mean, if you really think about it, acacia is like, there's a lot less acacia trees. If you go in an acacia biome, there's not a lot of trees everywhere, so they're a little bit harder to find. Well, not harder to find, but they're like a little more, you have less of them in a biome. But then also, like, just look at this. Oh no. I'm gonna actually put this in. I really don't like them. I mean, I think if you were to grade everything in the F tier, they'd be higher F tier, just because you can use them in more exotic kind of builds, but even then, it's not good. You know, you're really not going to use acacia, unless you spawn in an acacia biome. Next up, dark oak wood. I'll put it in the A tier. It's pretty good, you know. Okay, let me put that there. Dark oak wood is pretty good. You know, you get a lot of it in the, you know, the forest. You know, it has the same benefits as what all of the oak planks do. You know, it's just kind of there like in an A. Like, it's obviously better than these. Which actually, I don't feel like getting them. I might later move those down to C because, yeah. But I think dark wood is, you use dark oak wood a lot. I think it's one that I use a lot in my builds anyways. I've seen a lot of other people use in their builds, and I mean, if you find one, there's a ton of them everywhere, so they're pretty easy to get if you find a biome, which it's kind of rare, which is why it isn't really S tier, but it's kind of like the counter to oak wood, but like they're kind of like a little duo. Then you got crimson. Ooh, I'm gonna put crimson in the B. Actually, no, I think I'm gonna move these two down to C, just because I don't think they actually deserve to be in there. In B. So crimson is technically our first B, but you know, it's one of those ones where it really just depends on the build you're going for. I mean, in order to get it, you have to get a nether portal. But I mean, it looks kind of cool. I like, you know, it can be put in certain environments. It looks really cool. In other environments, it really doesn't fit. So I think it's a perfect B, just because it really just depends on where you're putting it. You know, if you have a little more darker themed, like if you're kind of building like a haunted house kind of, you know, thing, you're trying to have a haunted house kind of vibe to your build, you know, it would be really good. But if you're trying to have like a, you know, just like a fun house or a carnival, it really wouldn't fit there. And so it really just depends on what you're putting in, which is like perfect B. Then warped, I'm gonna put it right there next to it, because I think it is the same. I mean, I think it's worse just because it's a little more rare to see in places, just because it has that, you know, actually I think I'll move it down to C, just because it really doesn't fit anywhere, unless, you know, you kind of have to have Like, you might throw it into a couple places, but, or if you're actually intending for a build to have that in it, but overall you're really not going to use it too much. Now we're going to the walls. Cobblestone wall. I'm going to put this in the A tier. There's not much to say about the walls. You know, they're walls. But, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, it looks kind of pretty cool. It's very cheap. It's just cobblestone. So it's a good way of getting rid of cobblestone, but also protecting a base you have. And if you find a cool way to like stack them, and they can make cool walls sometimes. So, I mean, you know, it's pretty cool. Cheap, you know, still can look cool. Bossy Cobblestone. I'm gonna put this in C because, yeah, well, actually, I would say it's cheap. It's actually really hard to get. Doesn't look good unless you're going for like a fallen kingdom kind of thing, like a kingdom that has already been destroyed or an ancient kingdom or something. But really, if you put it like in a normal build, especially next to cobblestone, it will spread, and then you have like, it just doesn't go well. I just really don't like it. And again, if you're going for like that kind of vibe, then it's really good. But other than that, it's not really too much. But it's still above D. Granite Wall. I'm gonna put this in. Okay, this is a hard one. Just because I'm trying to put in the factor of, you know, it is very like granite. You really don't use much. And so it's a good way to get rid of granite, but really also you don't really have too much of it. Oh, not too much of it, but I don't know. It's kind of, it's like right in the middle there of like, I'm gonna put it in F tier. I'm like, oh, that's really hard. That's a hard decision just because you really don't, you're really never gonna use it. Even if you have a, like, I can't really think of a build where you'll need this in it. Like, even just not survival, like if you're just trying to have a build, I can't think of a single build where you would need this kind of wall. Diorite, I'll put this in D. I mean, diorite doesn't look too good, and so this might make a couple of people mad, but I can kind of think of like where you put this in. You know, like, especially there, I mean, there, you wouldn't have a specific build towards it, but I can definitely see it in, like, you know, certain builds, vary at different builds, but like slightly there, so it goes a little bit higher. Because again, the walls are all pretty much gonna say andesite. Let me see how this looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in F. Yeah. I mean, you would probably, if you're gonna use a wall that looks like andesite, you might as well use the cheaper, better looking cobblestone. Sandstone Wall. Now I'm in between C and B. I think I'm gonna go with B. Just cause, I mean, especially if you're going, like, making a custom desert temple, or like a little desert building, the texture of it looks really cool and actually looks like it belongs in like that, or in an area like that. And so it really works well with the desert. But if you're not putting it in the desert, I mean, let's go over here and you just see like these walls, like, doesn't really fit. I mean, it kind of does, which is why it's not in C, but it really like doesn't fit too much. Redstand Sandstone, I'm gonna put this in B. Because the only time you'd really use this is if is the same things you have for. Oh, hi. Oh yeah, it is very interesting. The only time you would actually really use Redstand Wall is if you're in a mesa biome. If you're in a mesa biome, then you'd use it, but those are really rare, and so it goes over there because, again, we're talking about a rare biome. And so, next up we got stone brick wall. Now I'm gonna put this with A tier, just because stone bricks, I don't know if it's just me, but they actually look really cool. I mean, you can't craft them, so like, I don't think you might be able to. I don't know. I think you can with smooth stone, probably not, I don't know. But anyways, it looks pretty nice. You know, it's really the better cobblestone, but I wouldn't say it's S tier just because it really doesn't give any value than looks. Like, slightly better, and that's what it's much better than cobblestone. Be right back, okay. But still, if you put it in S tier, it doesn't give too many benefits. Mossy stone brick wall. This one, I'm gonna put in B, which counteracts my thing of putting this down there a little bit, just because that just looks like cobblestone that's kind of broken, which, you know, can be put in builds. This honestly just looks so much more better than this. Like, you can have a ruined castle kind of feel, and if you put this in, it looks so much better. Unless it's dark. If it's like, you know, you're trying to have like a darker theme, so it's a little more haunted house kind of like. This I would probably put this in if I'm putting in any walls. But it really, unless if you're actually just trying to build a like abandoned castle, this looks so much more better than that, which is why it's in B tier. A brick wall. I gotta see this real quick. A brick wall. Ooh. I think I will put that in B tier. Just because you can use it in a lot of places you can't use it. I mean, it's kind of just right there, like a B. I'll just throw it there, not much more to say. Nether brick wall. I'm gonna put this. Ooh, this one's actually hard too. Just because I gotta take a better look at this. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'll put it in C. Just because, same reason why I put Crimson down. Well, kinda. I mean, I can definitely see like why someone would use this. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, if you're putting in a build, making a build in a certain kind of way, you can put it in, which is kind of fits the C. But really, I mean, there's a lot of places where it doesn't look right. Red nether brick. I don't like that. I'm putting that down. You know, I'm putting that in F. Nether brick wall is like just so much more better. That's just unnecessarily like neonish. I don't know how to explain it. It just kind of like really attracts your eye, but really doesn't need to, especially as a wall. Doesn't need that. Endstone brick wall. That's pretty good. I mean, I'll put it up here. I mean, for the brick walls, I'm not gonna put into the fact that, you know, you have to be in like survival just because they're walls. You know, like, if you really want a wall, you'll probably just make cobblestone walls. You're not really gonna do too much in, so the only reason you'd use this is in build, which is why some of these walls aren't getting pushed up too high. Like, if we were just talking about like build wise, this right here would be pushed up to A, and this would probably be pushed up to S, but you know, we have to factor in certain things of, you know, how hard it is to get those things. But this one, I mean, it looks like, I don't know, I think I'll move it down to C, because again, we're not completely grading looks. This looks pretty good, but I'm putting it down to C just because you have to get to the end to get it, and that requires a lot of effort to do so. So, Prismarine, let me see this. I'll put it in the D tier. It doesn't look too great. You know, I mean, you know, it's not the best, but you know, Blackstone has become like the new like really cool thing. I'll put Blackstone Wall. I don't know. I'm leaning towards B and C. It's really cool, but honestly, I'll put it in C just because you'll probably just use the blocks instead. You're not really going to make a wall out of it. You have no reason to make a wall out of Blackstone. Like, you know, might as well just make a block and then make a wall out of blocks, not this. That's really all I have to say about that. Polished Blackstone. I mean, I'll put it with this as well, just same reasons. I mean, if you have Blackstone, you'll just make a Blackstone wall. You're not gonna go out of your way and do all that other stuff. What is this? Oh, brick wall. I'm gonna put it here again just cause, again, just use the blocks instead. Okay, now we moved on to the fences. Oak fence, I'm putting in A tier. Because, I mean, when you're making a farm, when you're thinking of like an animal farm where you put cows or sheep or chicken in, you think of this right here. Unless you have a world that kind of has like a different kind of theme going on, then you put it in a different but really if you're thinking about just a straight up survival world, you're putting this in like 100%. Like, this is what you think of. The only reason you wouldn't put that in a survival world is if, like, you know, you don't have that access to you. Spruce fence, I gotta see. I'll put it in I'll put it in D tier. Just cause, yeah, this doesn't look too good. Birch fence. Yeah, I'm putting that in D or F. Oh, I'll fix that. I'm putting that in D just because I really don't like how it looks, but I mean it does look actually pretty okay as a fence. Not terrible, but okay. Jungle fence. I'm gonna put this in D tier. You really are never gonna use a jungle fence unless you're going for like a jungle theme house. You're never gonna use this. Like if you're in creative and you're building, you're probably never gonna touch this block when building a house, or you're not gonna touch the block, place it, and then keep it. Acacia unnecessarily stands out. Already F. Dark oak. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in D. I'm also gonna put that in F. The reason I'm putting a lot of fences down here is one, these are just like a bunch of things that you know, wood colors that really don't look good in general. This one I put the actual block in A tier because it looks nice. You use it a lot. It doesn't work as a fence though. It just doesn't. Another brick fence. I'm gonna put this in D because the only time you'll use this is if you're trying to make a custom nether fortress yourself. But other than that, you're not going to use it. Crimson fence. I kind of like the look of it. I'll put it in. I'll just keep grass in my. I'm probably not. You know, it looks kind of okay. I can see how you can use it. And that's really about it. I mean, most of these are like the same. Warped fence. Yeah, that looks terrible. Now we're going on to the gates. Honestly, I mean the gates are all gonna look. I'm just gonna put them exactly where I put the previous ones, just because it has to match. If you're putting this down, you're gonna put down a gate. Yes, you're probably just gonna use the same. I mean, you might switch it up, but Boom. Boom. Oh. Boom. Jungle here. Acacia goes there. Dark oak up there. Crimson put up here. Warped goes down there. Okay. Next up, we're going on to the stairs, so this is gonna be a longer segment. Stone stairs. I'm gonna put this in the B tier. Because it looks, you know, it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look amazing. Because, still, I mean, yeah, I'll put it down in C, just because you have to smelt it. And you'll probably just use cobblestone instead of that, just because, for the fact that you have to smelt it first. And wait for that to be smelted. But, I mean, the reason it's here, I'll put it in B. Just because it really works with caves. If you're building a natural cave, this can look pretty good. I'll put it in C just because it's kind of squarey. Doesn't really fit in. I don't know. I'll put it in C. Cobblestone stairs. I'm gonna put in B. And I'll put in C because it doesn't look good as stairs. That looks better. But again, the reason that was lower is because, oh gosh, okay. The reason that was lower is just because you have to wait for it to smelt before you can get it. This is low just because it doesn't look good. And so if we're going by looks, that would be over there. But because of how cheap it is to get, it will go up there. Mossy Cobblestone. I'll put it here. Same reason why I put... Oh, I guess I didn't put it down here. But same reason why I put this pretty low is... I mean, I'll put it up here just because this actually does look kind of good as a stair. Especially if you're going for the Fallen Kingdom kind of vibe. It will work. That's the only time I can really see someone using mossy blocks. Let's see, oak wood stairs. Putting this in the B tier. Just cause, I mean, that is pretty common. Jungle wood. Yeah, you're going in the D. Almost an F. Acacia wood. Acacia looks terrible. Dark oak stairs. I'm thinking C. I'll put it in C. Yeah, I'll put it in B. Yeah. Just, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like it fits there. Stone brick stairs. I'll put a B. And they look pretty cool. The reason they're above this is just because, I mean, they just look better. And then all these three. Then next up is the Mossy Cobblestone Stairs, which I'm going to put up here. Also, just because it looks cool. It's not overgrown, so you can still see the cool texture that this has. But also you go over here, you know, that's all up. But then again, if you're going for a Fallen Kingdom vibe, you would probably use these stairs. Because this has like an older, like, you know, an old kind of stair kind of to it. Sandstone stairs, you're probably never going to use these. Smooth sandstone, we'll put a little higher because they look a little nicer. Redstand stone, not gonna use it. Smooth, still probably not gonna use it. Granite stairs looks terrible. Smooth granite still looks pretty bad. You won't use this. Diorite looks bad. Smooth. Oh yeah, that looks actually worse than diorite. Oh geez, this is filling up fast. Andesite looks really bad. Polished andesite. Actually, I'm gonna move this up. Polished andesite actually looks really good. No, I actually might put. Yeah, I'll put this in B tier. It looks pretty good. Brick stairs. I'll put it in C. There's a lot of scenarios where you will use this. A lot you will actually. I'll put it here. Just because I have seen people do this before. And it does look nice-ish. I mean, it doesn't look terrible like how some of these are. Yeah, I'll put it in. Actually, I'm gonna put it in F. You might wonder, but when in real life have you ever seen like brick stairs? You don't see brick stairs. That's not a thing. At least I haven't seen any. Nether brick. I'll put it here. It's okay. Not too amazing though. Red nether brick unnecessarily pulls your eye in. Like, unnecessarily bright. Like, you don't need stairs like that. Like, they're just stairs. Sandstone bricks don't look good. Yeah. And they're expensive. So, quartz stairs. Ooh, these is going into A tier. Just cause, like, when you think of stairs in Minecraft, you think of quartz. Like, this is the stair you think of when building. Just cause it fits in. It actually looks like modern stairs. And so it just looks so much better than pretty much every stair. Especially if you're doing a modern build. Smooth quartz. Is there a difference between these two? I think. Yeah, let's set it to clear. Yeah, this one has like weird lines on it. I don't know. I'll put it there too. I mean, they look the same. This one has, I think, they look the same. Purple stairs. I'll put here. They look okay. They're not terrible like some of the ones over here. I just don't really see someone using these. I mean, I can, but like not too much. This probably down here doesn't look good. Don't see why people would use it. This I'll put here. Still doesn't look good, but looks a little better than the one before it. That does not look good as a stair. Blackstone Stairs. Now we're getting into the Blackstone where you would actually use Blackstone. And I think that's a good B. Yeah. I think also the Blackstone here is going to be a good B. No, that's going to be a C. That just doesn't look good. Here. Yep, I'll put it here. Sir, can you don't? Man. Oh, nothing, sir. It's fine. I'm sorry, animals. Your sacrifice was worth it. Okay, anyways, let's continue. Now we're moving on to the doors. This, we're putting an A tier. You know, if this is like this is almost like a Minecraft icon. Like, you think of a door, this is probably the first thing in Minecraft that comes to your head. The Spruce Door, I'll put down here. It looks, that's weird, okay. Looks pretty good. I mean, I can see a lot of places where you can use it, especially if you're using a more medieval build. Fits right in. Birch door. See, I don't like birch, but I really like these doors. Like, this is like front door of your house kind of door, and it really like works. I like it. Now we're getting to the weird one. Jungle doors, like, no, like, not even like, yeah, that really. Yeah, I'll put it here just because I don't know why they are dropped. Is it okay? I'll put it here because it. I mean, I can see how you can use it and why you would use it, but it really isn't like good. Acacia door. I'm putting down here. Yeah, I mean, I'll put a little higher. Just because I used to do this and now I don't, because now I know slightly more redstone. But I've seen people, and again I've done it myself, where they use this as prison doors in prisons that aren't actual prisons. Now you can just use redstone. But, so you can kind of use it, but honestly, I mean, you can use redstone instead. Now these dark oak doors are pretty good. I use these a lot. These, like, this looks like a room to your bed, like to a bedroom. And this is what I use them as a lot. I use these as, like, to get into, you know, if I'm making a house, I use these as this is the door I use for different rooms. Iron door, I'll put down here. Yeah, actually, I'll probably put it down here. Just because there's not really a use to it. And the only use to it is the black zombie villagers from getting out. Or not even zombie villagers, just make so villagers don't get in. Because the villagers can open doors. Or if you're in hardcore, a zombie won't break down your door. So, I can see that. But it's an iron door. It's made out of iron. So it's a little expensive, and you don't really get much out of it, so. We're not speaking of the fact that the only way you can open it is by also getting a pressure plate or lever or a button. Crimson door. Actually, crimson doors don't look too bad. I'll put it here. They don't look too bad. Warped door. I'll put it here because I can see why you can use it. Like this is a really cool door if you're like doing like maybe a Stranger Thing kind of build. Stranger Things. Like, here, let me pick this up. Like, imagine like all around this. So, you know, we're in the upside down, and this is a like, you know, the school building, and you have this door right here, and you hear noises behind it. You know, that looks really cool. But really, other than that, it really doesn't have too much to it. Now we're moving on to the trapdoors. Honestly, trapdoors aren't really, like... Did I break that? Oh. Or, nope, I just moved it up. Wait, did I? Yeah, I just moved it up there, never mind. Okay. Trapdoors, I don't really use them much. I don't really see people use them too, unless like in really in-depth builds where it doesn't really add too much to the build anyways. So yeah, I'll just, if they look decent, I'll put them here. If they don't look good, I'll put them here, which actually that looks good. Yeah, I'll put it there. Iron trapdoor. It looks good, but again, it's expensive and you don't really get too much out of it. Actually, no, I'll put it up because you can't get out of it. You know, actually, I'll put it up here just because with the only way you can open it is to this like makes a really cool grate, like city floor or something. You got this like to drain out the water to go to the sewer. That'd be really cool. But then also, if you're good at redstone, you can make it so, like you say, you have this here, you know, there's a guy watching from far away, you know, kind of seeing, and you got a person who stands on here. If the person far away has a lever, they can use redstone to come over, and then boom, these all fall, and the guy falls down. So it can make a pretty cool trap too. And so it's a little expensive, so I would put it higher, but it's, you know, expensive-ish. Crimson... No, it's just, it looks like that, just out made red. That's just a slightly warped version of that. Okay, iron bars. It's gonna go a little higher. I'm thinking, a good B. Yeah, I think they're a good B. Yeah, just because, you know, you use them in prisons, you can use them for cages, you know, there's a lot of things you can use them as, or put them in. You know, not A tier just because they don't look amazing or really good, but you know, when you're thinking of something to use that, you know, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like, it's one of those blocks where you will only use it in a certain situation. I feel like you don't really have people using iron bars in really weird ways. You know, it's usually just like for prisons or cages and stuff. Very similar to that, so, but it's used a lot in it. So now we're moving on to glass. Now normal glass would be so, normal glass would be so close to an S tier. My only problem with it is as if you're in survival. Okay, let's say you're walking down. I want to place glass right there, okay? Oh, my finger slipped. I accidentally turned and placed it there. Let's say that was my last piece of glass. I can't just break it, pick it up, and place it back down. No, glass, when you break it, it just disappears. It doesn't drop anything. It just disappears and goes like into the sun or something. I don't know. And for that one reason, it's not an S tier. Glass planes might be. I'm thinking about that along the way. White glass. I'll put it here just because it really doesn't look good compared to that, but in certain situations it can look really cool. Like if you're trying to make a fogged up window for some reason, it looks pretty cool. Gray stained, I'll put it there just because it doesn't really look good, but again, if you're like having a building's on fire and you're trying to make the glass out of look like it's smoking inside, you know, you can put that there. Gray stain. Yeah. This is just really like the fire got more intense. You got there. And put that down. Black stained. Yeah, I'll put it there too, just because that's just like the fire is now just gone. Like anyone in there is just dead. Like we're not even gonna save them. Like that's the glass we're gonna use. Brown. That does not look good. That doesn't really look good. Red stained glass. I mean, I'll put it up here. It has a unique color to it. Not unique color, but it looks nice. You know, it's a little respectable. If you like red, you can put it down. Orange stained glass. Yeah, just barely made it. Yellow in general doesn't look too good. Yeah. Green stained. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's lime. This is green. Uh, I'd use that instead of this. And I was already on the edge on lime. This looks good. I'll put it down a bit just because it's unnecessarily like more brighter. And that's not really when you think of when you think of glass. Yeah, I'll put that there. Purple stained. Sure. The glass in general is pretty good, and especially like the different colors. You know, you see it's a lot there. Then you got the couple ones that just don't look right. They go over there, but the other stuff go up here. Now we're going to the plains. Panes. This, even with the fact that it disappears when you break it, I'm gonna put it up here, just because it looks really cool. Like just as that right there. But imagine like a wall of that or stuff. It just is so good, but it then also adds an extra 3D to builds. If you have like, here, I'll just do a quick little demonstration over here of why this is S tier. Okay, let's say we got a house. Yep. I'm gonna throw something together real quick. I'm also not a good builder. It's kind of weird because I'm talking about a bunch of builds and stuff, but I'm not good myself. Okay, we'll put that together, boom. I would usually go 4, but it's not really worth it here. Don't ask why this house is kind of wavy. Actually, I might have to make it bigger just so I can put in windows. Okay, now I'll get myself. Oh my gosh, weather, go away. Okay. Right, let's put on some windows. Yeah, see, oh. You know, not too bad, you know. It's kind of a box, but you got the windows, okay? Now look at this same build. Just look at the same wall with that. It looks so, like, even with how bad this house looks like, that glass right there adds just that tiny little bit right there, makes it look so much more better than this. Or this. Looks so much more better. That's why that goes into S tier. Because it can change, like it can change, like this looks like, oh, that's really bad. This is like, that's bad, but it has a little bit of style to it. It can, like, it changes, you know, opinion about stuff. Just because it, especially, and that's the thing when building in Minecraft, is everything is all, you know, kind of, you know, square. You know, the dimensions are down, you can't really get, you know, diverse things in it. Now I gotta destroy this house. If I was recording a video, this is where I would skip forward to the next part. Well, in the meantime, I'd like to announce that, on Sunday, I'll be streaming at the same time again, because I don't have school the next day, so I can stay up a little later. And so on Sunday at 7, hopefully, I'll be playing Battlefield 5. Okay. So, white stain panes. Honestly, these I'm just gonna put one more head of all the other stuff. So the white was there. Boom. Just following the same logic I had with the blocks. Is these are like all the same colors as the blacks were. It's just they have something that makes them much more unique. Brown stain. You go down here. Yellow does not look good. Lime barely makes it up here. Green looks worse than lime, therefore it's lower. Cyan, light blue, boom, 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 boom. This goes down just because it has an unnecessary brightness to something that doesn't like last, that doesn't need a whole lot of like brightness to it. Everything else should just be. Oop. Yep. Okay. Moving on. Next up, we have ladder. Ladder is going in the S tier. And we're gonna need a filler block. We'll use oak planks. Ladder is an S tier item. It's very easy to make. You just need planks, which is also an S tier. What a coincidence. And then it really is a... actually, you know, I'm going... Oh. We're gonna fix that. You know, this will be a special block. It will look different from everything else, and everyone with OCD will be 100% bothered by it. Ladder. That was a weird noise. I'm gonna put this here. Still very good. Just the reason it's not S tier is because you only get one or two uses with it. The first use is if you build it up, you can climb. And the second use is you can block clutch on it. But that's about it. And those are two. The first one's very useful. The second one is still pretty useful. But with only two uses to it, and the fact that it, like, it just really doesn't. It's just not enough to go into S tier. Scaffolding, I'll put in B tier. Just because it can get confusing at times, but then, what am I saying? I'll put it in S tier. What I like about scaffolding is one, I mean, that's pretty cool. Then you got that, which also is pretty cool. Oh my gosh, why do I keep doing this? You know, so you got that. But, you know, it's really, like, especially in Minecraft, there's kind of this hole of what are the right blocks to use. Like, before it was dirt, and you'd have to use dirt to make, like, taller builds. Like, if I'm making a skyscraper in Minecraft, I would have to pillar up on dirt, and then break, you know, then place whatever I need, and then break all the dirt that I place, which usually is a lot. Scaffolding makes it so much easier, where you can build up, go to any level you want, place it around, go around, place, break whatever on the building you're making, then go back to the bottom and break one block and everything disappears. It just saves so much time. Next up, we're moving on to slabs. Smooth stone slab. so close to being an S tier. The only reason it is not an S tier is just because it really just, you only use it for looks or to stop mobs from spawning, which is a pretty high B tier, almost an S tier, just doesn't have that final push to be an S tier item. Stone slab, I want to put it in B or A, just because it's only has one use, but in that one use it's like really useful. And that one use is if you're making a natural, like you yourself are making a cave. Because with slabs you can make that so much more like in depth. You can really just you have a lot more control over how you're making the cave. But that's about it, which is why I'm thinking B. The reason why it's A is because it really can turn a cave build, just like using slabs, not only makes it much more fun to build a cave with stone slabs, but makes them look so much better. Just gonna turn it to clear again. So just the reason I put glass planes into S tier, we're gonna put stone slab there. Next up we have cobblestone slab. I'm gonna put pretty low. Doesn't look too good. I'll put it here just cause it's cheap. That's about it. It doesn't look good at all. It really doesn't. It, like, no. Mossy, no, you're not gonna use this. You're never gonna use this. We're not even gonna discuss that. Oak wood, I'll put down here. I mean, again, you're really not gonna use it. There's a lot better blocks you can use instead of that. Spruce. Where do I put you? No, I'm not gonna put it there. It looks better than cobblestone. I'll put it, I can't believe I'm saying this, right next to the oak. Oh, we're gonna run out of space soon. Oh no, this part. Birch. Yeah, I'm gonna put you here. Doesn't look good. Jungle wood. Doesn't look good. Guess we're out of room in the F tier. So next time we get the F tier, I might expand that. Dark oak wood slab. I'm gonna put up here with. Actually, I think it looks a little better. I think it looks better than those two when it comes to the slab. I don't know what's about it. It just has a little bit better of a look to it. Stone brick slab. I'll put. Yeah, it's a good B. Mossy, we'll put down here. Sandstone, I'll put over here. Just because when it comes to sandstone, I mean, if you're building in custom desert terrain, it can look really cool. But I mean, even then doesn't fit in. It's not sand, it's sandstone. And so if they were sand slabs, which would actually I'd probably still put them here or here just because they would fall So yeah, cut sandstone. I'm gonna put this higher just because this actually does look more like sand than this does. This kind of stands out in a desert. Over here, that fits in, looks like it's part of the desert more. Therefore, it's higher. Still doesn't look like it is part of the desert, but this looks just like that. Red sandstone, ew. We're gonna have to continue this. Are you guys ready to see speed block breakings? Speed. Oh, it's like a little mini game of, because you can't go, it's really hard to get in a direct straight line, so you're kind of swerving all over the place trying to stay in. But this has been extended. Okay, let's continue. Oh yes, all of the red sandstone looks terrible. Granite, yeah, still looks pretty bad. Smooth granite looks a little better. I'll put it up here. Diorite, oh, it looks terrible. Smooth diorite looks worse. What are we? Oh yeah, we're down more. Andesite, terrible. Actually, andesite as slab for some reason looks a little better, not too much. Polished andesite actually looks really good. Yeah, I'm putting that in. Yeah, I'll put it in A tier. It actually looks really good, especially if you're doing like a cityscape, like if you're building a city and you're doing the roof of the like the skyscrapers. This is the block you go to, at least in my opinion. Brick. I'll put it here. But you really like, again, it looks nice, but it doesn't fit in too well with many things. It doesn't fit in because usually slabs are used as roofs. And, yeah, I'll put it a little higher because it can be used as like a little brick road. It's not yellow, so they can't use it in Wizard of Oz, but let's see, nether brick. Yeah, I think that's an F tier. I'll put it in D. I don't know how you get this block, but I also don't know why you would get this block. It does not look good. I mean, it does look good. It honestly just looks like this, but brighter. But it's not just brighter. It just like looks. It's just the blocks it's used as just wants to pull all of your attention towards it. But you really don't want that with a slab. That's not really what a slab is for. Endstone. Yeah, that's extremely expensive and still looks pretty bad. Okay, quartz and smooth quartz. Both look the same, both will go higher. Purple slab, I'll put here. Prismarine, that looks terrible. I mean, as a slab, I'll put it there. That, I'll put a little higher. That is going there. This does not look good as a slab. Next up, Crimson. The Nether slabs, I'll call them. I'll put them here. That seems about right. Next, we're going to the Blackstone Slabs. That. So these are going to go a little higher. So I think these two are going into A tier. This guy I'm going to extend B tier. Oh, is that one off? Nope, I timed. Oh my gosh, I timed that perfectly. Wait, is that off? It's off by one. Nope, no, it's not. Okay. Oh my gosh. And now we're gonna fill in with this. I'm just gonna disable weather. The weather changing. We're gonna make it clear. Settings. Waiting for the settings to load. So nice. Oh, the phantoms. I was like, what the heck? Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn the weather off just because that's annoying. Weather cycle off. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think next up, yep, we're moving to like building bricks. So just the brick block. I thought that said brick. I'll put it in B tier. It's pretty cool. Not much to say about it. I mean, if you're using a build that has bricks in it, then it fits. Ooh, I'm putting that down here though. I just realized that these are all differently spaced because the letters are bigger. It's fine. It's not fine. Crack another bricks. Oh, it really doesn't look that good though. Actually, yeah, I'm putting that in F tier. That really does not look good. Quartz. Let me think. Let me see how this looks. Actually, that looks more B. I thought it'd be an A. Actually, yeah, that's probably gonna be a C. Stone bricks. That looks pretty good. That's gonna be an A. Once I continue it, so I'll just set. No, okay. So we're gonna get up the concrete again. Does this destroy my grass block? Now you're walking on my stuff? It's okay. I feel like this is like setting for a launch. Like I start off here, slowly get pulled back. Just launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, straight line. Oh. Okay, Joe. Oh, we'll get there. This A tier. You really don't want to live. Calm down. Yeah, I'm gonna put that here and I'm gonna extend this again. I really underestimated how many blocks there are gonna be. Oh. First try. Okay, nice. That's gonna go there. Blackstone bricks. That doesn't look good. You're on there. Chiseled stone. Yep, going there as well. Okay, let's move on. Sandstone bricks. I'll put it here. Just because it kinda looks good. Not really. Yeah, I'm putting that there. So Blackstone's gonna go up here more. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that stuff looks really good. Looks real nice. And then that stuff will go right there. Okay, we're going on to like cobblestone, smooth stone. Cobblestone, I'll put into, you see, it doesn't look good, but it's really cheap to get if you're trying to just muster up a build. Like, if anyone here who has watched the Minecraft surviving by like 100 days series, which has now hit 2,000, you see when he made his monster spawner thing, not spawner but trap thing where he got to get XP, he made it completely out of cobblestone just because it was a cheap thing, and it was just a mob spawner was supposed to be something that was just supposed to be so huge that he didn't really feel like, you know, making nice designs for, so he just made it out of cobblestone. So that's why it's not super low. If we're going by design, it's probably here or here, but it's cheap. Mossy cobblestone. Now I'm putting this here because it looks, well, I'll put it there. Smooth stone. No, actually we'll go higher. B tier. No, probably here. Yeah, that's about right. Sandstone. I'll put it here. Chiseled stone. I'll put it there. Yep. Cut sandstone. Actually, I think it's supposed to look good, but something about it doesn't make it look good. Now this right here, that's a B tier item. I got red sandstone, aka all going into F tier. Actually, I do like the design of that. I'll put it up a bit. Yeah, even that doesn't look good. This, I like the design on this. Yeah, I think that it's a good seed tier. The designs look cool. Block of coal. No, is that? That's B. Yeah, so we'll put in C. Just because, I don't know, when it comes to making blocks of things, I'm not gonna put that in expensive, because if you have a block of diamonds, you usually just have that to show that you're rich. So if you have a block of coal, like, yay! You got coal! You wanna put it in a furnace? You know, it's not really like too huzzah. Huzzah. Kelp, dried kelp specifically. Yeah, you're probably really never gonna put this down. Like, I think that's the first time in Minecraft that I've put down that, other than when the ocean update came out and I wanted to see how it looked like. But other than that, I've never put that down. Okay, now we're going through all of the ores. Gold block. Yeah, that's the D tier. Gold really isn't too valuable. I mean, unless you're trading with piglins, but other than that, gold is really, like, it's not really that good. And it breaks really easily. Block of iron, that's a good A tier item. I'll put it in A tier. That's kind of like the show, like, hey, I'm starting to get my world together. I'm starting to, like, get, you know, pretty rich. Block of emeralds, I'll put it here just because trading. Block of diamond, I mean, you don't use it. It's really expensive, but it's almost like a Minecraft icon. Like, you have a block of diamonds, like that's like if you are able to take a block of diamonds and you're not using it just to store diamonds in, so later you can break it apart, but you just have the block of diamonds because you just don't need those diamonds, that's when you know you're pretty good. You're pretty stacked. Now this, I'm gonna put in D tier. Once I expand D tier. Just because, really, other than enchanting, which is important, like, it's just like, just use it for enchanting. It's like, just use it for enchanting. There's like nothing else you should use it for. So let's go next item is, we're doing all the quartz. Yep. Okay, so we got blocks of quartz. Block of quartz, A tier. Pillar quartz, I'll put that in B tier. Looks pretty cool, not A tier, but you know, I can see where you can use it. Chiseled, I'll put it in C tier. Smooth quartz, I'll put that at, that looks just, that, I don't see a difference. They look the same. There's no difference there. Prismarine, ugh. Why does it look so much more different from that? I mean, they look the same if you, like, look at the details, but I don't know. Ugh. You know, I'll just put it here. That, I'll put it a little higher. It looks okay. It's okay. Okay, slime blocks. Now this is where I'm fact. Slime blocks, I'm putting in A tier. Slime blocks are pretty good. They're pretty cool. They, you know, you can jump on them. You know, you go really, really high. You can jump even higher if you land on it, that is. So, let me start that again. So if you go really high, you know, and you go like shoot to the sky, you know, you look at, you know, everything you've made so far, and then you drop, you go to the sky again. But also can be used for redstone. I mean, this is one that's kind of like ladders, or like it's not like ladders. It's kind of like the opposite version of ladders, where ladders has like two, especially one with an extra little thing to it that make it like cool. You know, there's a couple things to it that make it kind of cool and like amazing. But really it's just two things, so it doesn't deserve S tier. This is kind of like the opposite of that. This has just a bunch of different things you can use for it. You can jump on it, you can... Well, actually it's just two things too. I thought it was more. But redstone, yeah, it is exactly the same. You got redstone, which is really cool on, and then bouncing on. So, I don't know. Honey block, reason I'm putting... See, okay, honey block, I was gonna put in C, but I'm gonna move it down to D. Just, if you have headphones on, if you don't, then this doesn't matter, but if you have headphones on, just close your eyes and listen to this. Doesn't sound good. Sounds weird, like, ugh. Honeycomb block, I'll put it down here just because it looks worse than that. Now that I was gonna put here on looks, but my sound moves it down one, and that looks worse than that. So by the logic I've been doing is it's kind of the same, but looks worse, and you move it down one. Hay bale's going up, is A tier. Hay bale, great source of food. You find a hay bales in a village, like, you know you're gonna be eating for a while. You won't have to worry about food. But also, like, it really stops your fall damage a lot. So it's like really good. And also is really good in builds as well. Like if you're doing a barn, you like hay is like, if you're building a barn and hay isn't in it, then can you even call it a barn? Bone block. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. That's a very strange noise. It's unique. The newer blocks are very new. The newer blocks have strange noises. Anyways, now it's time for your daily water break. Stay hydrated. Water's good for you. Anyways, bone block. Ooh, I'll put it in C. You don't see it in builds. Actually, I'll put it in B because you can get. I think you can get bones from it. I'm not sure. And then bones can be used for bone meal, and so like stonks. Next up. Okay, we have the bricks. And this, I'll put in B tier. There's a, you know, more iconic, not super iconic, but a little like iconic. Doesn't look good, but just because it's a little more iconic, like, you can't beat Minecraft without seeing this block once. This though, no. Actually, as a block, it looks a little better. No, yeah, sure. I'll put it up one. Next up. What's up next? Boom, we did that. Okay. Netherite block. Oh. Same reason with diamonds. Is if you have enough netherite to be like, okay, I'm gonna put it into a block and set the block over, you know, here, and I'm never gonna take the netherite out of the block, then you, if you haven't defeated the Ender Dragon already, you gotta go right now. Because, I mean, if you have enough netherite to put it to the side and say, I don't need that. I'll just put it over there to show that I'm rich. That just means you have, like, if you have not gone to the dragon yet, if you have not beaten the dragon, you gotta go right now because you are gonna beat it. Or you're just really poor with your decisions of netherite, or you think netherite is bad. Lodestone. Yeah, what's that noise? I'll put it in D. Let's see. Oh, now we're moving on to the different colors. This is gonna be a large segment. So concrete powders. I'll just put them in my inventory right now. White concrete powder. Honestly, the powders don't look too good. So I'm just gonna do this in the same order I did the glass in. I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, actually brown powder does look a little better than brown glass, so. Yeah, I mean, powder really it all looks the same. Glass, like, I mean, let's go back to the glass. I mean, they do look the same but different colors, but, I mean, really, like, it's, the colors, like, really make it look a lot more different. Over here with this, I mean, it's really just the same block with different colors. I mean, that's like, over here, it's like a car with different colors. A red car and a blue car look a lot more different, even if they're the same type. This is like t-shirts. You know, a red shirt, a t-shirt that's just all red, and then a t-shirt that's like all orange. I mean, kind of just look the same. Except, you know, orange doesn't really look good on people. Green. Red and green. You know, they look the same. You'll wear them. You know, maybe if you have a different preferences, you'll wear something different, but other than that. Finishing up the powder. Okay, I'm gonna put that down. I like green, but that looks bad. See, this is one where a little lighter, light blue looks better. Okay. We got here. Wait, no, are we there yet? Oh, did I skip a bunch and move on to, yeah, oh. Well, now we're going on to the wool, my bad. But I think it's gonna be the same. Actually, wool actually looks better than concrete. I don't know why I'm putting it there. Wool, white wool is a solid B tier. Gray, light gray, black, brown wool, not too much different. Orange. Yeah, yellow wool actually does not look good. We go down there, lime. Yeah. That is doable. I'll keep it like that there. Okay, now we're going on to the carpet. Okay. Oh, I gotta do that again. Okay, carpet. I'm gonna put it right here because I mean, same uses can go on the floor. This can make a bed, can make, you know, different color beds. This can make the, actually, I'm gonna put this up actually into A tier because this actually can make floor plans and houses really cool. I'll keep it. Red, orange, yellow, lime. Yeah, they all really are kind of just like the same. Okay, now we're going on to the concrete. Much better than the powder. So let me think where concrete should go. Should I go with the wool? Oh no. I mean the carpet. I think it's a good B tier. It's a nice, concrete is a really nice, like, I don't know, filler block? I don't know. From my experience of building, usually concrete, it's hard to have concrete and then also make the build more 3D at the same time. When you're using other blocks, it's a little easier to kind of use slabs to, you know, bring things out and stuff. Concrete's really more like, we have a building that has, you know, different colors inside or stuff. I don't know. And so we're using concrete. You know, it's hard to make a concrete build and have it be 3D. So I'll put it with the wool. I don't know where to put black. Black, it's like its own. Black concrete is like, it's just like there. It like sucks you in. It's like a black hole. Like I kind of want to put it here, but it's different. So it don't like it. Also doesn't look good. It kind of like yeah. I'm gonna sores your eye, but then you can put it up here because it's kind of like ooh. You know, it's unique. It kind of pulls you in. So this is one where it really depends on how you see the black. I see it as an eyesore. I'll put it here because usually you don't use that one black. You'll mix it with others, and still, because you have to mix it with others. That's the thing. I'll put it there. It depends on how you see it. If you just see it as, you know, should just put it there, then that's, you know, your opinion. If you're with me and think it's kind of just an eyesore to stare at, then you put it there. But if you're like, hey, that's unique, you should put it there, then you, in your head, can put it there. Yeah. Boom, boom. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yep, that's like about it. I mean, the beginning I was very in-depth about things, but really now it's just kind of like I'm placing them. Just because we're kind of at a point where we're getting the same blocks, just slightly different with like colors. Oh, now we got a clay block. Yeah, that doesn't look or sound good. I'll put it in C. Oh, not concrete powder, not again. Terracotta. So just terracotta itself. No, definitely not. That's B. I don't know. I'll put it in C. White terracotta. Looks. I'll put it there. It only looks slightly worse, but I'll keep it. That. I'll keep it. That doesn't look great, but hey, you know, I'm gonna move it down because that does not look great. That's not great. Same with that. That's like more of a brown than a black. See, that's brown, so I'll bring it up here. The terracotta itself actually doesn't really. I mean, certain times it do. I think it's like certain times it can look good, but you really need to use a lot of other blocks to mix with it. So now we got this stuff. Green terracotta actually looks good. I'm gonna bring that up a bit. No, I'm not. I'm not. Cyan. Oh, that does not look good. No. Light blue. I'll bring it up a bit. Bring it back up here. Blue. That's purple. That's not blue. This. That's not pink. That looks just like red. Okay. Try these different ones. Most of these I haven't used, so this. I'm gonna try to make the full picture. I'll put that in like C. Yeah, C. Light gray. I'll put that in D. That doesn't look too amazing. But then it can also be a circle. Ooh. Yeah, it still doesn't look too good as a circle. Yeah, I'm gonna put that here with D. Oh gosh. We'll cover it up. They'll never know. Is this the good looking one? I think it is. Yeah, I'll move it up a bit. It looks pretty cool. That, yeah, I think I should go over here. Brown glazed. I think we'll move that down to here. Red glazed. That's not. Yeah, let me get it correct. Correct. Yeah, that's not good. I'm gonna actually put it in F because that does not look good. I did not do that correctly. glazed. I'll move up here. I'll just put that there so I know, so that I can continue it later. That will go best. I don't know why. I thought these were gonna be higher, but honestly these aren't looking too amazing. Oh my gosh, can I just... There we go. I'll bring it up a bit. I'll bring it up here. A little unique. But now I gotta do this again. It's already filled. I really underestimated the blocks that Minecraft had. Well, in order to get that, I have to clear my inventory. Yeah. I think that's orange glazed. It is. Yeah, that doesn't look too good. Well, this is just the thing itself. This really doesn't make a design. I'll put it up. I'll put it over here. That's a cool design. I like that. I really like that. I don't think this makes the design. I think this is something itself. I like it as a cool, like, alien kind of look to it. I can see why and where you would use this, but I don't really think. Like, we're doing like I don't know, like a video game room, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Does this make something? Oh, it just makes like a. So. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this here. It doesn't really look good, but what I like about it is it's a good way, like, especially on like a map where you're trying to point people in a certain direction, or if you're on a survival world and, you know, maybe you know, your house is really far away from spawn. I don't know. You can put it there. I don't know. I'm just trying to make up random ways since most of these things are kind of the same. That doesn't look too amazing. That and that. Okay, that does not look good. I'm gonna put that here. Actually, no, I'm probably gonna put it here. And purple block will probably just go a little bit higher than that. Let's see that. I'll put here. See. I'll put that there too. Shroom light. This I'm gonna put a little higher. I'm putting this in B. This looks pretty cool. It's a good source of light. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, it has a cool look to it. You don't need redstone to power it, which is kind of cool, but it's also a block, so it can blend in. But it isn't like glowstone. It honestly looks like a slightly better version of glowstone. And that's really about it. Okay, so this is going into B tier. This actually looks good. This does not look good. This is going into D. Yeah. Barely D. Basalt. Polished basalt. Polish does look better. Better enough to get you into a C. And not the D. Soul sand. This is just... I know, that's not soul... Soul soil. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is still pretty bad. Doesn't look good. Okay, now we're moving on to dirt. Surprisingly a lot of dirt. So straight up dirt. I'm gonna put into A tier, and you might be like, "What are you talking about?" You know, it doesn't. You know, that doesn't make sense. It does. Yeah, listen. One, it's actually since we're here, we're gonna fill up some holes. The hole. Get that one hole. Okay, one, it's extremely cheap. Even in this world. If I want dirt, I just mine this dirt. Boom. Okay, easy to get. Two, it's a nice building block. It's one of those other, also with cobblestone, but cobblestone is lower, but for a different reason. You'll see why I put this higher than cobblestone for my third reason. But this is a good building block, you know? You don't want to use diamond blocks as your building block. And so you have to use the blocks you don't want to use. This is a good one you want to use. But the third one is crops. You cannot grow crops without dirt. And that's why. Coarse dirt, I'm going to put you lower just because you don't turn it to a grass block. Farmland block. You know, this is S tier. I mean, really, you don't really think of it, but it's S tier. Now, straight up grass block, I'll put over here just because, in A tier, just because it's very much like that. Oh, that already grew. I'm just gonna put it there. We'll pretend that's normal dirt. Okay, now we're moving on to like ores and stuff. Okay, starting off with straight up stone. So this isn't cobblestone. So I think I'm gonna, because it looks nicer, I'm gonna put it, yeah, cobblestone was a C. So I'm gonna put it in C tier, because it is very much like that. It fits that category. It looks better, so I would put it here, but then you have to wait for it to smelt, which, you know, will take a while, so that is a disadvantage. Iron ore, that's an A tier. Gold ore, that's a C tier. You see gold ore, you're like, okay. Diamond ore, that's S tier. Like, almost every single time you see diamond ore in survival Minecraft, you get excited. Lapis Lazuli, I'll put in B tier. I'm not really a big fan of it. I'm not really. I kind of like it, kind of don't. It's a mutual relationship, kind of like B is. I think it's just kind of like when I think of B, one of the first things that pop up is like Lapis Lazuli. One block off. Oh. Oh, I almost had a perfect run on that. Okay. But yeah. Lapis Lazuli. Redstone, I'm gonna also put here. It's actually pretty common if you go deep enough. And then I'll put it up here just because you get redstone dust from it and you do use a lot of redstone. Coal ore, I'm gonna put into C. Actually, I'm gonna bring it up here just because it gives you torches, which helps you see in caves. Emerald ore, I mean, you can just get emeralds from villagers. That's just like an extra thing you can use to get emeralds. Okay. Up next, nether stuff. Quartz, nether quartz, so this isn't quartz itself. This is nether quartz. I think that's a good B tier item. Nether gold ore. That's probably a D. As into ancient debris. That's S tier because they're really rare. And just because, and also if you get a ancient stone or whatever they're called, you can make an entire chestplate if you have a diamond chestplate. It's actually like you don't need an entire chestplate. You just need one of these. You find one of these guys right here. You get yourself a sword if you have a diamond sword, a chestplate, you know, whatever you want. You know, you just have to find one. And it's more powerful. Gravel. I'm putting you in D tier. I would put gravel in F, but it gives you flint and steel, which is very important. Okay, granite. Granite I'll put in D. But diorite, no. Andesite, no. Nope. Blackstone, okay, polished granite. So now we're getting into like polished. So Blackstone looks pretty good. That's an A tier item. Polished granite, D tier. What's F? This is D. Polished andesite, I don't know. Like usually polished looks better than the original. That looks so bad. That looks really, oh my gosh. Polished andesite actually looks pretty good. Like I'm gonna put that in B tier. Like that actually looks good. Polished Blackstone does not look as good. I'm gonna put that probably D. Ooh. So desert stuff, normal sand. I'm gonna put into C tier. Just actually, I'm gonna put it in B tier, not tier, because multiple reasons. So the reason I would put this in A, I would, if the benefits. The reason I'm not gonna put it in A with the benefits is because it's annoying sometimes. Actually, no, I don't know. Anyways, the benefits of sand is one, if you find natural sand floating, especially a lot of it, it looks really cool. And then you break it and it all falls. Oh, talk about satisfying. Then also you can make glass out of it. So, yeah. Red sand, D tier. Yeah, no, C, fine, I'll put it in C tier. Barely though, barely made it to C. Cactus, I'll put in C. Oh, we need... Up next, we're in all the different woods. We'll just go boom, 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 boom. Okay. First, oak log. That is a, S tier item. Stripped oak log, I'll put that in B tier. Spruce, oh, I gotta go back to the beginning. We're gonna go back to how I started the stream with the spruce. That's about where I'm gonna put everything, is where I put the stuff in the beginning. So is that spruce? No, that's dark. Spruce is C tier. And that looks even worse than spruce. Birch, I put in, I don't know, I put it with spruce, so I'm pretty sure. Nope, I put it in D. Stripped, actually it looks slightly better, so I'll put it in C. Jungle log, put jungle log here, I'm pretty sure. Stripped, looks just about the same. Next up, oh, went down too much. Acacia, dark oak, Clemson, warped. Acacia is gonna go here. That looks really bad. Dark oak's gonna go into A tier. Strip dark oak. It looks literally this, not literally, but pretty much the same. Crimson, where did I put crimson? I think I put it in B tier. Yep, I did. Actually, I might put it in A because it actually looks cooler. Yeah, it looks cooler. And then I'll put that in B. Then we got warped. Yeah, that's going down to D. That honestly just looks worse. And not really. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Going down more. Oh, okay, so that's the stripped wood, which I'm just gonna put where I put the other, where I put the planks and other logs. oak wood. Stripped. Oh, so that is there. Okay. That's not gonna go there. That does not deserve S tier. That's a B. That's a B tier item. Spruce wood. I think spruce was an A, B, C. I think spruce was a C. That also will probably be a C. Birch was a D. Strip birch actually looks better. Going into C. You know, actually I might put it into B. It actually looks much better than jungle wood. I would put jungle into D. That looks just about the same. I'll make sure I get acacia with that. Oh man. Oh wait, nope, too much down. Okay. Oh, that's it. Okay. Acacia. Actually, without that, actually, go up here. Stripped acacia. Actually, it looks much better. Oak wood, A tier. Stripped oak, also A. Ooh, that's B. Yeah, I'll stay in B. That will be C. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Now we're moving on to the leaves. When it comes to the saplings, I'm gonna grade the trees themselves. So oak leaves, I'll put in B tier. Spruce leaves, actually spruce leaves I'll put here. Birch I'll also put. Jungle leaves I'll put them here. Acacia leaves, most leaves look, yeah, they pretty much all look very similar. Saplings, so oak tree, that's a Minecraft icon. It's gonna go there. Spruce trees really don't have much to them. I'm gonna put them in C. Ooh. Birch trees. I'll put in B. Yeah. Jungle. Honestly, I'm putting A tier. Jungle trees look sick. We'll do two type of jungles. We'll do the one. We'll do the one. Oh, that's a little baby one. Fine. We'll also do a. We'll do a big boy one. Also an A tier. Yeah, see, like, that looks cool. Okay, next up, acacia trees. That's gonna go in. Well, I'm gonna have to continue path. I'm gonna put it out. Yeah, D. It's not that. They're not really that cool. You know, actually, they are unique. So I'll put them in A. I don't like the wood. but they are pretty unique. I'll give them that. I guess fine if that too close to. Too close to the end? Okay. Oh. Fine, we'll move you back more. I mean, like, they're pretty unique. You don't really get spawns like that in Minecraft, like trees that grow like that. There we go. Okay. Oh, and then we got dark oak. I'll put that in to B because they are unique, but not in a really good way. I mean, you know, they're unique. They're not just one block, but really it's just like slightly bigger. It's really not too much. But another thing that moves them up is that, I mean, you get really quick travel if you're on top of a dark wood forest, because they just make like an entire thing above that you can just run across. Continuing. Bee nest. I'll put it in B tier. It's pretty cool. You can harvest stuff from it. Oh, okay. So, I've been streaming for a bit. We're about to move on to more items. Like stuff you can plant in the ground. I think I've been streaming for 2 hours now. Thank you to the one person who's watching. I think we're gonna end it here. Do a quick little overview of everything, of different things you see. And I mean, there's a lot of things at different tiers. I might actually in the future do since like, right, you see how long that stuff is getting, like how many blocks are getting piled. I might actually do a tier list, if that makes sense. Like, when I finish, like, let's say, I mean, probably won't be like this, actually won't be like this. Let's say these are all the only blocks that make it into S tier. I may make another video where I take only these blocks, but grade them throughout the S tier. So like this would be like a lower S tier, because it does make it build much better, but doesn't have much else to it. You know, this is a Minecraft icon. I don't know, but you understand. You probably understand. So I might do that in the future, just to help narrow things down even more. But right now, I think I got a lot through. We just have to remember, what was the latest thing we put down was the beehive. You know, we got a lot down. Saw a lot of bad blacks, some pretty bad, kind of bad, neutral, good, amazing blocks. I'll probably do another one of these later. Until then, I say goodbye. And thank you for watching.